Hey there, friends, and welcome. My name is Jennifer Barish, and this is your weekly weather and horoscopes as we dive into April, starting the week of March 31st through April 6th of 2025. And what a week it has been! It started the weekend before this week. So, how was your last weekend in March on the 30th, on the 29th, as we had that big new moon eclipse come in? We had Neptune go into Aries on Sunday. And so now all this Aries energy is pushing on us. And we're going to talk all about that. And I am going to show you the chart of the week because I think it might be of interest to you to see some of the formations in the chart. So even if you don't know how to read a natal chart, just listen. I'm going to give you all the details. And then we are going to do a horoscope for each of the signs for this week. So stay with me for the next half an hour or so, and you'll get a flavor for the week. But I am positive you are already feeling it. I think that this energy, we can feel things happening to us without an explanation. And the astrology gives the explanation. Here is what's happening. All right, so let me get in my notes here. Bear with me. I told you that this week actually starts last week on Saturday morning, right around 7. It was like 6:58. We had that eclipse, the last one for March. So woohoo! We're a week away from being out of the eclipse portal, but new things are coming in because this was an Aries eclipse at 9 degrees. It was a partial solar eclipse, viewable in some places, but not at my house on the East Coast. With this type of eclipse, it is incoming energy. It was aligned with the North Node. That's bringing in something new, something bright, fast, sharp, sparkling. The sword of truth is coming in to cut through the bullshit. And now you need to make a decision about something, especially Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. Those are the signs that it hit the hardest. And you say, well, I'm not one of those signs, Jen, but it may be in your chart somewhere. That's why it's so important to get a reading done. So you know all the energies you carry because you have more than just a sun sign. You have a moon sign, you have a Venus sign, you have a Mercury sign, and so on. And so knowing where that energy is coming through can kind of give you kind of a preview of what's happening or what's coming up in your year. And so I do readings both on my website and for Astro College. And if you're interested in a reading, reach out and I'll look at your chart for you. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to tell you about this eclipse energy and this new moon, it happened at 9 degrees Aries. And if we look at the symbols, the Sabian symbols, the Mark Edmund Jones symbols for 9 degrees Aries, it talks about a crystal gazer. That's the image that came up. And so that's like a crystal ball, symbolic for an awakening, a dawning of sorts. So, what kind of is dawning on you right now at the beginning of this week? Some inner realization coming through. It may be creating a focus, a drive, a concentration. You are analyzing something, you're getting a vision about something, maybe a little more sensitive than you were before, maybe a sense of a just knowing, like I know inside of my heart, inside of my soul, like this thing has to happen. And you know, you see my background here, the ocean waves, that's symbolic of Neptune. That Neptune has pushed into Aries. And that's the other big thing that happened on Sunday. And you're probably just now starting to feel like something's pushing on you. You know, we were spent 12 years in Pisces, and now we've got another 14 in Aries. Do I have my timing right? So normally it's in a sign for 14 years. Somebody tell me in the comments if I got that right. I have in my notes Neptune was in Pisces for 12 years. And so Neptune is like, it's the magician card in the tarot deck. It's your inner magician. It's where you control your inner water. So looking at my background, thinking about Neptune, and he's got his big triton or trident, it's called, you know, his big pitchfork of a thing where that he rules the ocean with. How do you rule your inner oceans? How do you rule your dreams? How are you a magician for yourself, making magic and making stuff happen for you? And magic can be very mundane. It can be how you work, how you move through life, how you parent, how you take care of the people in your world, also how you take care of yourself. And so with Neptune moving into Aries, we're getting our inner triton out and we are going to work. We are getting things started. We are kicking off something new. It has to do with what we believe, our truth, how we're ruling over those inner worlds, our inner ocean, also our emotions, creating, maybe taking action on something that you've been thinking about and you've been like, yeah, I've been wanting to do that, but I just can't quite. Well, now all of a sudden there's this new emergence, like we have to do it. So think of the tulips coming up in the springtime. And if you've ever planted a tulip bulb, you've got this little bulb and you put it down in the dirt and you notice as the weather gets warmer, it pushes, pushes, pushes and peeks up through the soil. And then it builds this big long stem. And then before you know it, the flower buds out. So think of that as your journey. What are you trying to emerge from? What are you trying to push, push, push through to get started, to get going? What is that new thing? So Neptune is blooming something for you. And can you see that you're growing towards something or pushing towards something? And over the next 6 months, as Neptune is in Aries, this little preview from now through October 23rd, we're going to see what this next 14-year cycle of Neptune in Aries is going to feel like for us personally. So you're getting your preview right now, and it may take more than a few days. It may take months yet to figure out how this is going to be coming in through you. But I want you to think about that tulip reference because you're going to get some hints. And then Neptune is going to retrograde back into Pisces around Halloween and through the holidays. And then in February, he goes back into Aries, and then it's game time. 2026, February 2026, Neptune will be there for the next in Aries for the next 14 years. And this is the next move that you're getting ready to make, something that you're getting ready to take charge of. Let me find other Aries words for you in my notes. It's where you're being brave. It's where you're being bold, where you're a little more aggressive or maybe even pushy about something that you believe in, that you care so much about. It just has to happen. Something is emerging. Something is breaking apart. So something new can come, pushing through. It's bright. It has a flash, a singeing quality. So when this new thing begins, it might burn a few people. It might burn your fingers like getting something out of the oven with a real thin oven mitt. It kind of has a little singe quality to it. So I want you to look for that. But definitely an initiative energy. It is a warrior energy. We're ready to fight for something. We may notice that collectively out in the world. So be forewarned, be aware. People may be feeling a little more aggressive than usual. It feels pretty aggressive right now in the world to me, so this is nothing new. But with Aries, it's just that push to get there. And everybody kind of wants to be first. We're not following the rules like in kindergarten where we line up and we take our turns. So you may want to notice where other people are trying to push to get their way first. And if you don't play that game, then don't play that game. Don't get involved in that. Let them go ahead and be first. Let them get ahead of you because and I know that slow and steady wins the race. And that is the best way to think about working with Aries and Neptune. I want you to have that momentum. I want you to know your truth and to know this new thing that's coming in for you. But you've got time. You've got 14 years. And right now we're just starting to understand what is this new thing that's coming in for us. So that sets up the week, friends. That is kind of where we are, kind of feeling into that water, feeling into Neptune taking charge of the waters, our inner waters, our inner emotions, what we care about, what we're passionate about, this new thing that we've been thinking about and would like to launch. So we are also this week, though, there is a really cool formation that I want to show you in the chart. So I'm going to share my screen. So bear with me a minute. Let me find it. Share. No. Okay, here we go. I think. There we go. All right, so look at this chart here for Monday, March 31st, and you will see that in this chart there is a big kite. This kite came along with the new moon eclipse, and so it's starting to fade out. It's still there, but it is initiating energy. It is just like a kite flying in the sky. Something is about to take off. You are letting go of something. It is flying off into the sky. So I don't know what we're letting go of. It could be we're taking things to Goodwill to get rid of. It may be we're cleaning out the car, the garage. We're mowing, cleaning out the front yard. I had my sprinkler system for my front yard turned on this week, and so they were blowing all the water and the air out of the lines, and that made me kind of think of, okay, so we're letting go of winter. We are embracing spring. We are embracing something fresh and new. So just paying attention where even simple things that is coming through for you. Maybe you're switching your closets around and getting out your spring clothes. All right. So the other thing about this chart that is building this week, do you see this triangle right here? So the top of the triangle has the planet Uranus in Taurus at the head at 24 degrees. And this is connecting positively, and it's called a sextile with the planet Mars, who is in Cancer at 23 degrees, really close, 23, 24. And then we come over here and we see this whole group in Pisces, but we're looking at Saturn in Pisces at 24 degrees. Now, if we move the days along, we move into Tuesday. Look how it got brighter. And through the week, it will continue. And it's going to perfect. I'll show you that one in just a minute. But it's going to continue to perfect. And you're like, well, what is this magic triangle, Jen? This is called a talent triangle. And what this is actually doing in the chart right now is giving some structure and some form to something new that's coming in. So Uranus signifies quick and fast and surprising and changes and new fast breaks. And Mars is the gas pedal saying, go, 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 pushing it forward. And Saturn's like, wait, but did you follow the rules? Do you have the form? Do you have the shape? Have you filled out your application? Have you done all your diligence? Have you done your work? Did you get your taxes done? Did you get all the form and the shape together? And so this is saying new form, go. Isn't that cool? Like we can literally see in the chart this new thing taking shape, this new formation of something. And what you would do with your chart is you would look to see how these energies are placed in your chart, what houses they're in, and this can tell you more about where this energy is showing up for you. So the head of this thing is in Uranus. So I would look in my chart and see where Taurus is at. And that's going to tell you where Uranus is at. And that can tell you where this formation will show up for you. And so this is kind of happening all week. It perfects on Friday the 4th, but we're going to be feeling that like something new is taking shape. It's different than it was before. It's unexpected. It's like, oh my gosh, I didn't plan on that happening. Where did that come from? But it's moving fast and it's got the teeth. It's got all the things that it needs to make it work. So it's just like a car that runs well. You got a new car and it's going fast. That's what I see in this formation, this talent triangle. So then I want to move and show you that on Wednesday, we've got the moon in Gemini. And see this big red triangle here? This is called a T-square. This is going to cause us a little bit of tension. So Wednesday is going to be probably the tensest day of the week, I would think, with this. It's kind of like, think about a bow and arrow. And if we had a hold of that bow and we were pulling it back toward the moon, and then we let that arrow shoot out, it's going to shoot across the chart and it's going to come into Sagittarius. So how we find relief when there's a T-square. When you have it natally, it makes things kind of itchy, a little uncomfortable. Things might not feel good. Something just kind of nagging at you and feels off. So what you do is you lean into Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is go find something new to do. Go learn something new. Go take on a new project. Go find a new craft. Go get a new hobby. Go to the craft store. Go to Hobby Lobby. I'm not trying to pitch any particular store, but go and find something that you can go on a new adventure, or plan a trip, or take a short trip, maybe planning a weekend trip this weekend. These are all ways that you can reduce, and maybe you can't even take a trip, but you know what? You can get online and you can plan it. You can pretend you're going. You can go out to VRBO and see what you can find. Like, ooh, I'd like to stay there. It's got a pool. Ooh, I want to go there. That's at the beach. That can be a way to like relieve the energy. We're going to lean into Sagittarian things whenever we have that moon midweek in Gemini. This is on Wednesday or Thursday the 3rd, but you'll be feeling it on Wednesday too when that moon moves into Gemini. And it might just be feeling a little uncomfortable. So I want you to lean into an adventure, and that's going to help you work through the middle part of the week. And then we see that triangle forming up on Thursday, and then Friday. And then on Sunday, I want to show you this. Of all of the things you're like, well, that's not the most important thing I see, but this is important. We have a relationship here between Jupiter and toward the sun. And this is really good. Any aspect that the sun or the moon makes with Jupiter, but the moon is moving real fast and the sun is moving, well, at least slower than the moon. And when the sun is making an aspect to Jupiter, it's bringing in opportunities. It's bringing in growth. It's bringing in a surprise. It's bringing in a yes. It's bringing in good news. It's like Santa Claus is coming to visit. So something this weekend is going to feel Christmas-like Santa Claus is coming to town and bringing you a little present. And that is happening on Sunday, but I would say even Saturday night. And then along with that, that moon is going to be in Leo, and Leo is having fun. He is kicking back. He is on the stage and having his audience and wanting to be seen and to have a good time. And I think this sets up the weekend to be really nice. I think you're getting a good opportunity. Maybe it's just to go out with friends, go out to a fancy restaurant, maybe go out to the comedy club or see a show. That could be really nice. And along with that, on Sunday, we have Venus and Mars, and these are interpersonal planets, and they are playing nice together at 25 degrees. They are in trine, they are happy, and this means that there's harmony. This means that people are getting along. This means that the masculine and the feminine are in balance. We're feeling like we're on an even keel. We're finding our equilibrium. We've got our sea legs. We're making things work. Maybe we're getting in tune with this new energy that's coming in or came in last week. So I think all this week is kind of like finding our balance. We're learning how to ride the waves. With Neptune and Aries, something new is coming in. We're getting it underhand. We're getting it under control. And then we end the weekend on a really good positive note. And that's what I see for this week, friends. So I am going to stop the screen share since we've seen the chart and we're coming back in here. Make sure you can see me on the screen, and then I'm going to finish telling you. Well, first, just a reminder is that I put in a little plug for next week. We have the full moon meetup where we explore the full moon chart, and I will pull up the chart and we'll go over all the signatures for that moon. And many times other astrologers come on and we'll talk about different aspects of the full moon. This one is going to be in Libra. We'll be getting together on Thursday, April 10th at 7 p.m. East Coast time. So if you haven't joined the Astro College free community, you need to go do that right now so that you can join in this. It's a free talk. I do it every month right before the full moon, and I want you to come to this free class and come and get to know the language, get to hear. That's how you learn astrology, is you join in all the free content. And we have a lot at Astro College, not only this class every month, but many others coming up, and some really great ones with lovely and talented Jodie Foster, or Jodie Forrester. So I hope that you will put that on your calendar for April 10th and come and do the full moon meetup. So now, I was just talking about good luck with the Sun sextile Jupiter on Sunday, April 6th. It is beautiful. It is uplifting. It brings optimism, growth, good fortune, expansion. It's a great time for taking confident action. It's a great time for recognition, either getting it or giving it. Making beneficial decisions, especially when they align with your long-term goals, your beliefs, your inner truth. You're going to feel great about making a decision this weekend. So Aries, if you have Aries in your chart, your natural charisma and confidence are amplified right now. Expect positive developments around communication, around writing, around teaching, around emails, any way you're trying to talk or communicate to other people. Maybe you have a YouTube channel, maybe it's just on social media. Your message is coming across, Aries, loud and clear, okay? Short distance travel is good. A sibling or neighbor could bring good news, but more than anything, I encourage you, Aries, to speak your truth, because you are on a loudspeaker, you have a megaphone, and everybody's hearing what Aries has to say this week. Taurus, this week, you are getting some subtle inner insights, possibly some dreams, some downloads, but it's going to have good results soon. You're going to get from those some tangible gain. Your intuition might guide you toward a financial opportunity. Now, I want you to let go of your limiting beliefs, Taurus, because many times your first answer is no. I want you to be open-minded and say, yes, I can plant this little seed for the future. I can see the potential for something abundant happening from it. You know, I have enough worth for myself, and that I know how smart I am, and I can be confident, and I can take a little mini leap. That's all I'm asking, Taurus. Just a little mini dive into something that won't cost you very much money, but something that could have big returns in the end. So I want you to be looking for that this weekend, Taurus. Gemini, you are radiating confidence, and people are noticing. It's either a friend, a group, a social scene, maybe it's your yoga class, I don't know, at the gym, but somewhere where you gather, there are doors opening. So I want you to say yes to collaborations that you're being asked to make. Your future is expanding. It's getting exciting, Gemini. You have been ready to take this leap. Jupiter is working in your sign to bring you abundant energy. This is a part of your Jupiter return this year. And the answer is yes. You need to say yes once. And in Gemini, you need to say yes twice. And that is your week. Say yes. Cancer, career opportunities might come from unexpected places, perhaps some behind the scenes sources. So you learn something through kind of the telephone game. Somebody's talking to somebody that's talking to somebody, and somehow you learn of this career opportunity. So I want you to trust your gut on professional moves. Take a moment of quiet reflection. You can go spend a little alone time, take a walk, you know, or take a bath and give yourself some time to think about it. But next big step for you is being revealed for your public image, for your legacy, for your career, for where you are in the public, in the limelight, out in the world. So take a minute and cope with it and deal with it, Cancer. But the spotlight is coming to you, and I want you to be looking for that, because it's going to be good. Leo, big ideas and bold visions could connect you to the right people. You love to make connections, Leo, so say yes to expanding your horizons, especially through travel, through education, through publishing, through social causes. A mentor or a group or someone you're supposed to meet may inspire or may be showing up for you. So I want you to watch where new people are coming in. They are bringing that next new adventure. And Leo, you are ready to go. So go ahead and pack your bags. I'm telling you, it's okay. Get your bag packed. You're ready to go. Virgo. Virgo, you are undergoing transformation. You are definitely that tulip bulb and you are being pushed into something new. It is time for you to get your ducks in a row, secure your funding, face your fears. You can do it. Don't be afraid, Virgo. Embrace intimacy with someone. Doors are opening for you. And it could have something to do with career, but I want to say it's places where you have deep connections. So intimate spaces, it could be a relationship, but relationships aren't always with a sweetie. This could be with your mom. It could be with your sister. It could be with your cousin. Somewhere, some relationships is getting transformed. Some connection is getting transformed and you're growing a little closer to someone. You may be feeling kind of nervous about it. Like, yeah, I don't know if I'm ready for that yet. Virgo, it's time to get ready. Nothing's ever going to be perfect. You know, your team is waiting for you. They are waiting to support you. They're waiting to love and care about you, and you have got to let them in. So say yes to letting people in and sharing in projects, sharing in resources, sharing in collaborations. It will be so good for you this week. Virgo partnerships, I'm sorry, not Virgo, Libra. Libra partnerships are on your mind, both personal and professional, and you are being brought really exciting opportunities for growth. You may bond with someone from a different culture, a different background, or just a different place that you're not accustomed to. Like, for instance, I have a friend now in Texas, and we jump on Zoom and we're talking, and she has horses and she's on a farm, and it's very different. So that's what I'm saying. It doesn't have to be far away, but just something different from what you are. So I want you to be looking for that connection, Libra. And maybe you're making future travel plans to go somewhere. Shared ideas can spark something new. And so I want you to watch for that little spark of inspiration. It's going to come in unexpectedly and it's going to help you grow in a new way. And it's going to help you to expand your horizons. And that's going to be great for you, Libra. You're going to be feeling good about it. And as you continue to find your equilibrium that this week, this may be a guide for you to help you through something. Scorpio. Scorpio, this week is about productivity. Your habits, the way you work, your routines, the way you stay well. It could be your fitness plan. Something there you're getting a yes to. Something is going to pay off. Maybe you have started a new sport and you've been conditioning and you've just been working and you've been on the treadmill, you've been worn out, your muscles hurt. You need to, take a soak in magnesium just to get through the day. Maybe all of a sudden you are like fit, you're conditioned, and you're ready to go. You're ready to go play that sport. You have all your resources, everything behind you. Your ducks are in a row. This is a good time for you to think about how you can continue to support yourself in that way, because the sun is shining on Jupiter, who is working through this place of habits and routines and wellness. But it also can have something to do with some healing coming through. So if that's emotional healing or physical healing, you may be healing. Maybe you've been ill, and you are starting to feel better. So I would say you will continue that healing through the week. You are going to feel more and more wellness coming toward you. And it's also a good time to invest in things that promote your healing, your health, both physically, but also emotionally, and maybe even financially. So there's an investment component to it where wherever you put your time, that's where the thing will grow. So I want you to look at things in your life that come through, like, how can I grow something? How can I, if I put my resources, if I put my time, if I put my energy, just like we can see that if we're conditioning and then all of a sudden we become a faster runner, we can play a sport, we're better at it, whatever kind of sport or activity you do, because you have conditioned yourself. Well, that's like starting a new habit about money. If you condition yourself to put money in savings every single week, then at the end of the year, all of a sudden you have a bigger savings account, right? And so that's kind of what I'm talking about. There is this sense of wherever you put your focus and attention, those things are going to grow. So I want you to look at that becoming part of your like daily routine, your go-to, like, okay, these are the things that are important to me, and this is the pockets that I need to pay attention to. Sagittarius. Sagittarius this week is about, or this week culminates in romance, creativity, just finding joy in partnerships. And if you're not with a partner, maybe it's joy with yourself. Like, what fun things do I like to do that light me up, that make me feel good? It can just be a hobby, it can be a sport, it can be a craft, it can be a project. Maybe you're remodeling or painting part of your house. So whether it's love or love for self, or maybe it's got something to do with work or business connection, this could grow into something long term. So maybe you're being introduced into something new and you're like, oh my gosh, I just love it. It just lights me up. This may be a long term activity or a long term relationship. It is lighting you up, and that's how you're going to notice, Sagittarius. It just makes you feel good. And when it makes you feel good, then you are on the right path, and this is the one to watch for. Capricorn. This week, it's about home. It's about work-life balance. It's about feathering your nest. All the things that have to do with family and family connections and ancestries and roots, and maybe just your house. You're being inspired to improve a space, just like I talked about remodeling for Sag. Maybe some of that, Capricorn. Maybe you're building better routines at home. Something to do with maybe you just rather be at home than be out and about in the world, or you are supportive toward family. I know my daughter, who is a Capricorn, is building a nursery, and so I bet she's going to be working on the baby's nursery. So I'm going to be a grandma soon. She is due in May, and so I know they have been building baby beds and working on putting. So that's how I'm kind of imagining this. How are you building your home? What feels like home to you? What are the components of home? Do you need to get your rocking chair? Do you need to get set up by the TV? What makes your home feel more like a nest and more comfortable and just more comfy cozy? And so that's the kind of thing that you're going to be thinking about this weekend into the weekend, Cap, and getting a little yes there as well. Aquarius, this week is for you about creative communication. It's a good time to write, to speak, maybe even flirt your way into something exciting. Kids could factor into this. If there's no children around, maybe it's you feeling more childlike or feeling like how you did when you were little. There could be art. It could just be playtime. This is a time of pleasure and fun and joy taking center stage. And Aquarius, I want you to say what's in your heart or what's on your heart. So you may be feeling very heartfelt, very loving, and you're also going to be very charming. So use that charm the right way and charm the right audience so that you can get the results that you need. But you're going to have a lot of fun. I see that coming in here, and like this child, carefree, zestful, just like be yourself kind of energy. So I just encourage you, Aquarius, to make yourself as comfortable as you can, and then that's going to come through from you and to others, all the ways that you like to enjoy and have fun. And then Pisces, this week you're getting a boost in your self-confidence, your self-worth. This could lead to changes at home. So there's something about blessings coming through to the home space. You may feel also inspired to redecorate. You might be buying property. You might be investing in something that brings you emotional security. Like it's something that reminds you of grandma's house. It may be that you're working, Pisces, on your garden, and you remember how your grandpa taught you how to grow tomatoes or grow peppers, or I guess right now it's kind of early spring, so it may be just the beginnings of your garden. But they have these little seed grower kits that you can get, and you can also buy little herb gardens, and you plant them in these little dirt pods, and then it has a heater on the bottom and a light on the top, and it lets you grow these seeds, and you can start all different kinds of things, and you can even keep them in your house and have a little garden inside of your house. So I'm thinking about things like that, like what can you grow that's going to make you feel better about yourself, that's going to make you feel more comfortable at home. There may be something about family support there, but we want to grow your confidence too, Pisces. So things that make you feel good about being you, about being who you are, that bolster your self-worth. Maybe somebody's going to have some kind words for you or have some compliments, and I want you to really listen to what they say, because they're not lying. It's true. You're a really good person. You care about everybody. You have such a compassionate, kind, and sweet nature. And so that is really going to be showing up for you this week and this weekend, with a little yes from Jupiter, a little blessing, a little abundance coming through just for you, Pisces. Okay, friends. Well, we have made it through all 12 signs. So that is our week this week. Be looking for that Jupiter blessing. Be looking for that full moon meetup on the 10th. So I want you to add that to your calendar so you can come and visit me, and put any comments that you have, any questions in the comments below. And please be sure to go and like this YouTube channel and subscribe. Help us to grow the channel. My name is Jennifer Barish, magicallifeastrology.com for Astro College and the International Academy of Astrology. Boy, that was a mouthful. Thank you for your time, friends, and I'll see you next week. Take care.